Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'll be working on the front porch, fixing it up for summer. I have some pots or planters I want to fix, and then put some pillows on the porch swing, and just a few other touches that I want to add here and there. Thought I'd take you with me as I work on it. But before starting on that, let me just quickly talk a little about a few of the things that I'm wearing, because I know I'm going to get questions about it. First of all, the t-shirt that I have on today is another new one from my product line with the Peddler. As you can imagine, I'll probably wear this one a lot. So if you're a cat lover like I am, you may want to check that out on their website. I'll put it down below in the description box. The other thing I want to show you are the boots that I'm wearing today. I'm not sure, can you tell in the video or not, but they were sent to me by a company called Merry People, and they're so comfortable. I've been wearing them around the home just to make sure I like them before I talk about them. They're rubber on the outside, so they're waterproof. I'll definitely be wearing them in my gardens, like in the morning. Often it's kind of wet and cold, and today I'll be washing off the porch with hose and water. And it's kind of chilly this morning. I don't really want to get my feet wet, so I'll wear them. And they're very nice and comfortable and soft on the inside. I will put the Merry People link down below in the description box in case you're looking for something like this. This is a sponsorship, so I would get a small commission for anything you buy, but it will not change the price for you. So let's get right into fixing up the porch. Today I'm using a new cleaner that I got at the hardware. It's called a Zip, and it smells really clean and fresh. It has a pine scent. Here in the woods, we of course deal with seeds and leaves and dirt from the trees, but I'm not complaining. I love the trees. I really wouldn't want to live anywhere else. So a couple of years ago, I created this little water feature with the old door and the basin, and I see my posts aren't in the best of shape anymore, so I'm going to see if I have anything out in the shop that would be the correct measurement to prop underneath the heavy basin. And in case you want to see how I created this feature, there is an old video, one of my first ones that I made when I did this. I always kind of cringe when I see some of those older videos especially, but I'll link it down below in case you want to check it out. But I really love the water feature. I do want to keep it as long as I can, but I do have to replace the posts. You guys wouldn't believe how often I get messages and calls from people locally that have things to offer to me that they don't want anymore, things they're going to throw out. In this case, these posts are from a stairway that somebody tore out, and I ended up getting the spindles and the posts. Still haven't really done anything with them, but it's always handy to have some of these things around in case I need them. And then of course I have to watch so I don't just have a whole buildup of things that get stored and I end up maybe not using. But in this case, these posts are going to come in really handy. I think they're going to be perfect to hold up that basin. I decided for the one railing box I would just put some ferns in that I dug out of my flower beds. Originally they came from the woods. Kind of like the combination of the white and green. So here I am the next morning. I didn't quite get everything finished yesterday. Some other things came up. So once again, it's just a bit chilly out here. I didn't get a video of this yesterday, but I ended up fixing these galvanized containers here. One is an old bucket, and the other is just an old container I had around here. And this one, a hosta and some lamium from my own gardens, and then some lobelia I had picked up at a greenhouse, white and blue. And then in the bucket, I have a hosta. So the only thing I really have to do to finish this porch is just scrub the 2 chairs and then the front floor section. I may still add a few pots here and there as the spring goes on, but for now I'm just going to kind of use what I have and incorporate that onto our porch for the season. These chairs are from Hirschberger Lawn Furniture out in Millersburg. They were given to me a couple years ago. They had wanted to create a new design and just asked me to kind of try them out, I guess, and we really like them. They're easy to clean, and I think they're comfortable. So the one area on our front porch I always kind of struggle a bit with, right in here. You know, our steps come up through here, so I can't really just put anything big in this space, and yet it's kind of wide open. It needs something. Last year I had put some lattice sections up, and I just made an arrangement with chairs and some flower pots. But this year, I'm not going to put the lattice sections up, I don't think. It really blocked, you know, my view from looking out to the Etsy shop. And I thought it would look better with maybe just something beneath the railing or, you know, lower. So I came up with this section we used to have for my son's desk. It's just made out of plywood, so believe me, it's not going to last for years. I'm sure it'll rot after a couple years. It's like a giant wooden flower box. If I would lay it on the back, which it used to be standing upright with, we had bins in it, like separate shelves, but if I would set it, you know, on the back, I think it would fit in perfectly in that space. So I'm struggling a bit with the fact that it probably should be up off of the deck floor. It's going to ruin the floor if I don't do that to, you know, create some air, you know, underneath the box. So I'm going to go out and see if I can find some wood blocks. I'm really liking the look of this with the natural wood legs, and I like the idea of saving the deck floor, of course. Now will be the hard part, getting the dirt in here. And I think I'm going to do what I did last year with my containers. Some of you may remember I first put some plastic, like those little pots or containers that your flowers are in when you buy them in the greenhouse. I use those sometimes as a filler at the bottom of my planters. I feel like it actually offers some drainage too, like the soil won't get as wet, you know, where the plants are. And then it also saves on potting soil. So I think that's what I'll do first. Another thing I'm going to do here is with these partitions, I think I'm going to tear off this trim piece here and maybe just cut it down a ways. That way I can actually plant evenly all the way over the top. So I ended up with quite the assortment of pots in here. Things that I won't use anyway, might as well use them for a filler, and I still have plenty of room for my soil. I'm going to be planting a lot of annuals in here, maybe a few hostas, but most plants will not even need that amount of, the depth of soil. And by doing this, I may just end up using regular potting soil. I know it's going to be a little more costly, but I'm thinking ahead, thinking if I ever have to, remove this pot, let's say the wood starts rotting or whatever, it'll be so much easier to deal with potting soil versus heavy dirt. By using my circular saw, I was able to get enough of a cut in there to allow me to stick my blade from the hacksaw through to make my horizontal cut. I have these miniature hostas back here that I'm going to see if I could get a start of without ruining the shape of them. So over here I have another miniature one, actually a couple of them. I think this one here I should be able to get a start of without ruining the shape, but I'm kind of thinking I'll leave this one alone. It has such a perfect shape and I just hate to ruin it. So here we are at about 12:30, and as you can see, this area is still full shade, so we don't get a lot of sun on this section of the porch. And I tried to pick some annuals that are okay with that. I'll show you what I have here. I have 6 double impatiens, and these are usually okay in the shade. I have 2 different colors, 3 white and then 3 of this pretty light pink. I think this is just the prettiest color. Hopefully the camera can kind of pick that up. I have a few packs of these violas. The color is Sorbet Lilac Ice, and it says sun to part shade. So hopefully we have enough sun here for them. And I have this little grass here. If I have room for it, I may plant it in this box. I don't have a tag for it, not sure of the name, but it is an annual, and it said there in the greenhouse that it's okay for shade. I dug out 2 starts of this lamium just out of my own flower bed. It gets white flowers, but I really like it just for the foliage. As you can see, I'm just using my same pillow covers that I've been using the last couple of years here on the swing. I just don't grow tired of them, and if I use something for several years like this, I must really like them. And then for the inserts, I'm just using some pillows that I am not using around here, along with a few extra inserts that I found. There's a honeysuckle vine growing on top of the pergola. One of my favorite scents. Can't wait till it blooms. It should soon. So any new pots that I fixed, of course, aren't at their prettiest right now. It's often that way in the beginning, especially if you dig stuff out of your own gardens. First couple of days, things will look a little wilty, but usually they perk up. ladders make great plant stands. As you can see, I really like using them for that. It's so handy to have all the different little shelves for plants. These hydrangeas are some that I had potted last year, and they survived the winter. I'm so impressed. This peach nectar candle is still one of my summer favorites. It's amazing how much I smell it even on the outside, having it burning here on the porch. Right in here by the table, I do want to add a hanging basket. Just haven't gotten around to getting one. I will make sure to link any products that I can down below in the description box. Things that I used on the front porch from Amazon, and then also from my Etsy shop. And then that t-shirt that I was wearing, make sure to check that out on the Peddler's website. And then also those Merry People boots. I hope you're all having a great day. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.